Pam Hiller, AccuQuilt's cutting expert.
And I'm Erica Botker, AccuQuilt's creativity specialist. We're here today to show you how easy it is to make stylish hats using the Go Bucket Hat die.
Okay, these are so fun.
Aren't they fun?
These are so fun. These hats are perfect for protecting you from the sun. They're reversible, make it easy so you can match them to all your favorite outfits. You can just throw them in the washer, wear them at the lake, invite Erica and I to your boat.
There you go.
So many things. We should get started.
All right, the first thing we need to do is grab our Go Bucket Hat die. You can use this die in either a Go or a Go Big fabric cutter, and these hats come together so quickly. There's three shapes: the top of the hat, there's the sides of the hat, and the brim pieces.
Oh, there we go. Okay. And notice we have notches for those of you who are from a garment sewing background.
Yes, indeed we do.
And we'll talk about them.
We will.
Now, quilters, you could certainly use the same fabric for the outside and the lining of the hat since it's reversible, but why not have some fun and use different fabrics?
That's right.
You'll find the measurements for prepping your fabric in your hat pattern. Now, we're going to be putting our die through the cutter twice for each hat, one for the main fabric and one for the lining.
That's right. Now, before you start cutting, you want to fuse a light interfacing on your main fabric.
Okay.
And we suggest that you use the June Tailor T-shirt project fusible interfacing.
Yes.
It's a woven fusible. It works really well, and you can find it on AccuQuilt.com. We've got one piece left to fuse.
We do. And look, we want to make sure the fusy side is to the wrong side
of your fabric. That's right.
Yeah, you'll know real quick if you have the fusy side
You'll feel
up.
it. You can feel it. You can see it. So this takes a little bit longer to fuse. You want to just really give it a nice hot iron and press it on. And this is cooled just a tick. We're going to cover our main piece. And again, we've got curves, but we've got notches, quilters, so don't worry. And let me grab.
And since we fused it, we don't have to worry about lengthwise grain. But this is perfect for scraps, so you could totally make a scrappy bucket hat.
Oh, you could.
You don't have to worry about lengthwise grain.
You can do so much. All right, so we're going to cover this with a 10 by 20 format.
Excellent.
And we can cut it, like I said, with a Go or a Go Big. We've got a Go Big on set. I'm going to cut it right now.
Make sure all of your fabrics are facing right side up. Are they all up, Erica?
They're all up.
Okay.
And here we go.
So this is all the fabric for the outside of the hat.
Right.
Erica's already sewed the lining together, so you would do the next section of the lining fabric.
Right.
Am I right?
You are correct. Okay, so here we go. So we can take a look at our pieces.
Ta-da-ta-da, ta-da-ta-da.
There we go.
Look at this. Okay, listen, you would never cut these by hand because the arches.
So the first thing you want to sew together are the 4 pieces of your main fused fabric. So these 4 side pieces. Now, the pieces are going to go together to make kind of a flared tube, if you will.
Okay.
So you're going to line those pieces up and just keep them the way that they come off the die. So we can do a little chain piecing here.
Oh, good.
Put right sides together. Now what I didn't do and should have done is back stitch at the top and bottom of each seam on this. So now I'm going to go ahead, match these 2 up. I'm going to make a full tube.
A tube.
Okay.
Okay.
So here we go.
Now
and you're going to go ahead and press these open for us, okay?
Okay.
So just go ahead and press those open.
And while I'm doing that, what are you going to do?
I'm going to take and sew together my 4 brim pieces. So just
excellent.
like we did with the sides, I'm going to line these up and I'm going to make a ring.
And here's kind of our pro tip. Don't try to match the seams to press your seams open. Just find it a different place on the brim because then it's going to lay flat.
We've sewn them together right side up, so now we're going to sew the main part of the hat, or the top, to the narrow end of the brim. So I'm going to go ahead and
you
get
should show
started.
them that there truly is a narrow end.
There truly is.
It looks like it's all the same.
It looks like it's all the same, but it really isn't. It really does flare out.
Okay.
So to get this done, this is where the pins are going to come in, and our notches. Because remember, the cool thing about Go dies is that they cut notches for curves.
Yes.
So you're going to go ahead and line up those right sides together with the notches, match up your notches, and put a pin there. And then you're just going to go around to the next side, match up your next notches, set of notches, and put a pin.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do is start at one of these notches.
Here, I'll move over. So
and
you
we're
can
going to
show it right
sew a 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way around. Now, I'm going to sew with the side piece on the top.
there. Okay.
And just take your time. It's going to go together beautifully. You're just guiding it through.
And I found that if I backstitched over those seams that are pressed open, it just gave me a little peace of mind.
Okay, and then when you get to the back end, just go ahead, give it a little back stitch again. Back stitching's going to be really important.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got that first part of our hat
Look
done,
at how
Pam.
cute that is.
Look how cute. It's looking like a hat.
Like a little pillbox hat.
Yes. So now we're going to go back to putting right sides together here. So we're going to put this together, and I'm going to sew with my brim on top. But now we've got an extra mark, if you will, because we're going to line up our seams
Yes.
as well. So that's an extra place to pin. And I kind of pin at a cross angle so that I catch both sides of that seam.
Yes.
And then we're going to keep going.
Yeah.
So now we're going to start in. I'm going to again, and I'm going to this time, as Pam pointed out, I'm going to take the end off my sewing machine, set it aside so that I've got my free arm here, and it's just going to make it a little easier to fit this on and sew it around.
There you go.
Now, you're going to put together your lining pieces the exact same way, right?
But the lining does not have Fusible on them. And
Right.
Erica has already made one.
I have. Go and put those right sides together, and we're going to be able to pin those. Whoop. And again, we can go ahead and pin where our seams meet as well. Okay, so leave yourself a little opening because we're going to turn that right side out. Okay, so we are going to now cut this off.
Okay.
And Pam, would you like to do the honors of turning this
Yes.
right side out? I will let you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Find the little opening.
And it doesn't have to be very big.
Nope, I left you a nice size one there.
You did. And then I gave it a shake. Do you shake yours?
Yes, give it a little, just give it a little shake.
Little
Get everybody lined up together.
Yeah.
And then what we're going to want to do is go along the edge and press, give it a press right along the edge.
I can do that.
And when you get to the opening then, we'll probably use a couple of bindy clips or pins to hold that together so that we can go ahead and top stitch really close to the edge all the way around, and that'll close that opening for us that we
Sure.
just made. And if you want, you can use a stiletto or a chopstick to help you turn all those edges out, but
Oh, yeah.
Pam's doing a lovely job of getting that
Just rolling it.
right along the edge. Roll that
Just
seam
rolling
out.
it out.
So we're just keeping this up. Again, giving it that good press is going to make life so much easier for you as you go around the edge. Now, I suggest that you go ahead and keep going with some top stitching. So I would go ahead and add a couple more rows. So
Now, Erica, look at this hat.
this one's fun.
This had the top
So we-
stitching.
right. And it's got an applique with the Go Lemon die on the
Yes,
top. Now,
okay.
if you're going to applique, go ahead and do that before you put your hat together, quilters.
Oh, yes, because otherwise you're having to sew through the
So-
seams and it won't work.
Right, but there's lots of options for what you can do. We've got one over here that's got some little orphan blocks or some pieces, and then kind of make your own fabric and cut
Right.
it out.
You could also find fabric that's already looks like quilt
Well,
blocks.
you could do that. This is the water repellent canvas. Earlier, I wore the stunningly lovely upcycled denim.
Yeah.
And that was pretty fun. And then did denim for the both sides of the brim. Didn't finish it. Didn't sew it together and
Oh,
turn
look
it.
at how cute that is.
And then just a cotton on the inside.
And then this one has a little flange with a decorative stitch.
Oh, and a little trimmy trim that's been added. That is
Super cute.
fun. So just go crazy with them.
Embellish your hat any way you want to really make it your own. We hope you enjoy making hats not only for yourself, but for others with the Go Bucket Hat die, because here at AccuQuilt, we help you cut time.
So you can quilt and craft more.